Hello everybody, it's your Peacekeeper coming at you with the next video in our How to Play the U.S. Navy Destroyer line. This is the USS Farragut and the Farragut class of destroyers. There were 8 of these lovely ships built between 1932 and 1935, of which 3 were lost. This would be the first class of destroyers to actually be built since the Clemson class was completed. And because of that, it had 12 years of advancement in destroyer technology to separate it from the Clemsons. It was faster, it had better seakeeping, better fire control, and it went from the wing torpedoes to the centerline torpedoes, of which it gets 8 of them. All 8 of the Farragut class of destroyers were present at Pearl Harbor. All 8 of them survived Pearl Harbor. The USS Monaghan was by far the more famous one. If you remember, there was a Japanese midget sub that was sunk in the entrance to the harbor. That was her, a Farragut. Unfortunately, she'd later be lost with their sister ship, the USS Hull, in Typhoon Cobra in December of 1944. The last ship to be, well, it was actually the first Farragut to get sunk. She was sunk when she ran aground in Alaskan waters in December of 1943 and considered lost. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of history to them. Now, of interesting note is, of those upgrades, I mentioned the fire control system. The other big upgrade there was the guns. The Mark 12 guns were mounted in the Mark 21 dual-purpose gun mounts, which were powered and had shell assist hoists. That made the rate of fire a lot faster, and it also allowed them to tie into the new Mark 33 fire control director, which would allow these guns to track both land, sea, and air targets and hit them with great precision. But let's talk about her in context of this game. In comparison to the Nicholas, you can see she's far more sleek. She's also far more maneuverable. She also plays significantly better, and it was far more entertaining for me to get the battle videos than it was for the Nicholas. In terms of stats, she has, without Survivability Expert, 11,500 hit points, next to no armor, 5 of our 5-inch 38 cal Mark 21 guns with a 12.6 kilometer firing range. And that is with the gunfire control system upgrade. She does have 8 torpedoes mounted in 2 quad launchers at the center line towards the rear of the ship. They have a 6.4 kilometer range and a 64 knot speed. Pretty good torpedoes. You can sort of stealth fire with them if you are launching at ships that are approaching you. If you're closing on the other ship. It makes it a little bit difficult to achieve large numbers of hits, but you can do that if that's what you choose to do. Otherwise, they are great situational torpedoes. It's great for luring in other cruisers into your area of influence with regards to popping smoke in front of them in caps. They are great panic torpedoes to take out those. They do hit like a truck, 11,733 damage. In terms of AA, there's a little bit more on the Farraguts. We have 250 cals. Woo! 220 millimeters. Woo! And of course our 5-inch 38 cal dual-purpose guns. Also of note, since we're talking about AA, the Farragut does get a sea hull option, which sacrifices one of your main turrets in favor of 2 40mm Bofors. Now, you also get the defensive fire capability. Because this is a gunboat, I don't recommend it. If you need the extra AA, I recommend playing with a cruiser buddy and hanging out near him and using your ship as a support ship for them. Personally, I don't find carriers at this tier to be particularly too menacing, so I run the B hull rather than the C. And that seems to work out best for me, and I don't sacrifice a gun turret. The AA is pretty tolerable on this thing, and that's without any of the sea hull upgrades. She does have a max speed of 36.5 knots, a turning circle of 560 meters, and a rudder shift time of 2.7 seconds. It's very maneuverable. It turns around really well. Her biggest downside is her detectability. She has a 7.3 kilometer detection range by surface ships and a 3.4 kilometer detection range by air. That's going to be the hardest thing to work around. And at this point, you know, you're probably like my captain. You probably have like a 9, 10, 11 point captain, and you don't have concealment expert yet. But when you do get the concealment expert, you do drop 3/4 of a kilometer in detection range to get you to 6.6 kilometers, which is pretty good and very workable. So, let's talk about our upgrades. Main Armament Mod 1. That's been a staple. In the second slot, well, this is the new one for this tier. I'm going to pick Aiming Systems Modification 1, which decreases the main dispersion of your main batteries by 7%, increases how quickly your torpedo tubes turn, gives you 5%, secondary stuff, which we don't care about. Of course, Damage Control Systems Mod 1 and Propulsion Systems Mod 2. Propulsion Systems Mod 2 allows the ship to speed up. It changes how quickly you get from 0 to 6 knots, either going forward or going back. It does not change how quickly you accelerate from there, and it doesn't change how quickly you decelerate or slow down. So keep that in mind when you select this one. You know, if you really think dropping your rudder shift time down to 2.5 seconds is a big deal, I mean, more power to you. I personally... 2.2 seconds. I don't know that that's necessarily needed. 2.7 seconds is pretty quick for rudder shift time anyway. Alright, so this next video is going to be our battle video. This is a really good battle, at least it was for me. I got 6 sinks and like 73,000 damage, I think it was. Enough talking about it in port. Let's actually go watch the video. Alright. So while we're doing this, one thing to keep in mind is that the Farragut is a gunboat, through and through. Under no circumstances should it be considered a torpedo boat. The torpedoes, they do work. They are really nice for ambushing stuff. They are really nice for catching the errant cruiser off guard, but unfortunately they aren't long enough to actually stealth torpedo with, even with concealment expert. As you can see, our teams, they are, well, they seem a little stacked to me, but maybe that explains why this was such a very powerful game. But of course, because it is a gunboat, we're going to go play in the islands. Playing in islands is fun. We're also going to rush and contest Cap A. Being as I'm the only destroyer on in this match, and there are 2 Farraguts, we need to be particularly cognizant of what's going on around us. Yes, Sabre 23 LAX, the Cleveland does indeed rock. Especially when you AP them to death. Yep. Aww. See, now, this is the love that the Colorado has come a long way since its game. Since I played through it, since I had to grind through it. Now, me, I had the benefit of grinding up through the U.S. destroyer line after they had made some pretty big changes to them, especially with regards to the torpedoes. Made them a little bit more all-around good ships. When I was playing through the battleship line, it wasn't nearly as capable. And yes, my recommendation, if you are going down the U.S. cruiser line, either stop at the Cleveland after you've researched the Pensacola, that way it's elite status or whatever, or just free XP your way to the Des Moines. Because the Pensacola is frustrating, and it literally is Citadel from any angle, and the New Orleans is only marginally better. Alright. Our first target that pops up is an Omaha. Now, if you guys have watched my video on Destroyer AP, you'll know that the Omaha is one that is particularly susceptible to AP fire. Especially at that 5 to 6 kilometer range, and especially with the Farragut, which I believe, if I remember correctly, is what I used in that video. The AP rounds used from Tier 5 are the same all the way up until Tier 10, which is nice. We got a Nuremberg up here. Wonder if he's going to try and contest the cap or not. It looks like both their DDs are at B and C. Good riddance. That gives me pretty much full-on control of this whole cap area. Now, I want to know where this Omaha's at, truthfully be told, because it's just begging for citadels. Just absolutely begging for citadels. Oh, there he is. 8 kilometers out. Somehow I got detected. I have yet to figure out what it was that was... Ah, it's the other Omaha. There's another Omaha to the left of this Omaha. We'll go ahead and we'll shut down this channel a little bit here, and by doing this, we will get them to kind of pucker up for a moment. Maybe stave off their desire to come in here. No, I don't think there's anything in there. Or there. This is me blind firing, waiting until the my teammate here gets over here. Ah, we have an Omaha. Okay, so now that we've spotted him, he's gonna try and bail on here. Watch these damage numbers. All right, that's pretty sad and pathetic. That's not very good either. Citadel! And we are just going to add them up. Look at this. A little bit of a pucker moment with the torpedoes coming in, but, well, now that Omaha has gone away, we will go and see if we can't get us some lovely, juicy Pensacola, especially since he's broadside. Unfortunately, at 7K, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Uh-oh. Aha! Miss me! Switch to HE here, that way we can get him burning, especially since he's angled and that AP is no longer going to be effective. You can see him firing blindly, trying to kill me off here, but he's not going to succeed. I will be the first to admit this is one of the more frustrating aspects of it. Alright, first ship sunk for me in the game. Of 6, might I add. Because our smoke is about ready to run out, we're going to go ahead and bail on this. I'm hoping that Pensacola pops around the end of that island and eats those torpedoes, but I don't think that's going to end up happening. Nope, nope, nope. But we're going to go ahead and turn in here, especially since we capped A, and that Nuremberg has bugged out of the dodge. Oh, look at Omaha. Well, I suppose we'll go ahead and get on rolling with this then. They want me to push B, I guess. Pensacola spotted. Illuminati confirmed. Just kidding. Now, look what we have here. I still have AP loaded because I was going to get ready to Citadel the crap out of that Pensacola. So, alright. Well, let's switch to HE. And get ourselves a good lead. Remember, you've got 3 turrets in the back. 3 full-fledged turrets. Use them to full effect. Now, it looks like this Nuremberg is going to come around here. No, torpedoes aren't going to be up, and he's going to be turning away from us. So, we're going to have to switch ourselves over to AP. And watch these damage numbers. This is even at range. No citadels, but... if he's going to sit broadside, we're going to go ahead and we're going to let him eat some of these big numbers. Big numbers. 347, 347, 347. Okay, those aren't really that big of numbers, but that's alright. Okay. Maybe Mr. Farragut here can eat a couple more of these rounds, and we're going to go chase him down. We need to get rid of these destroyers because they're part of the problem. And like all U.S. gunboats, your priority is always going to be destroyers and contesting caps. Now my recommendation is if you've got torpedoes, use them. Just make sure that you don't torpedo your friends over there. As you can see, I scare our Congo there just a little bit, but pro torpedoing is pro, and well, he didn't get hit with them, so that's good. Now he's still sitting in the smoke. Pro tip, if there's a DD nearby, no. Don't sit in smoke. Yep, that's gonna hurt. He popped up there just real briefly. Real brief. Got him! Right at the edge of the uh-oh. And as we would have Eurobeats say, torpedo beats. Nope, no torpedo beats for me. That's his mantra. Alright, well, from here it's, well, he left me this nice little cloud of smoke. I wonder if I can use it for something. Ah, we need to cap. Somewhere around here is a pair of Clevelands. Or at least one Cleveland. Oh, Nagato off to the south. Nagato. And in New York. Fascinating. Alright, starting to contest this cap. And I would say it is time. Oh, hey, Cleveland. Well, let's see here. Oh, I'm detected. Yep, we're probably going to end up taking some shell hits, but that's alright. Look at these. Okay, so we've got HE. He's opening up. He's got broadside. We'll get off a couple more salvos and then switch to AP here as he gets closer. Now, the threshold for a Cleveland is right around the 5K mark, and I want to say that yep, okay, there we switch to the AP. And that's because he's going to sit here broadside to us, and, well, we're going to take advantage of that. And there's another 1600 gone, and another 1600 gone, and another 1600 gone. You can see how effective this is at removing this Cleveland from the fight. Alright, he's going to make his turn, and he's going to come right at us. Well, fine. Screw you, dude. And what's he going to do? We'll keep the other set just in case. There we go. One way or another, he will die. But look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. 1,700. 1,100. 1,000. That was about 1,200. And I will take my torpedo hit. And we've earned sitting in smoke. Look at this forethought on my behalf. We've got plenty of time left in this smoke. We're going to go ahead and engage in New York while we're at it. Look at the damage number already. 56,500. And yes, destroyer AP for the win. Unequipped. Hey, 2 fires. Burn, baby. Oh, you put it out. That's why it says 3 fires. Thanks for the free ribbon, though. Maybe we can start it. We can actually start. Uh-oh. We're losing smoke. Get out of here. Nope. No torpedoes yet. Keep firing. What was that? Keep on firing. Let's see if we can't get another fire on him. Yeah, alright. So we got another fire going, and let's keep on burning people down. And the best part of this is nobody's paying attention. So we'll just keep adding fires to this mess. Keep on hitting him with some HE. We're going to get some help from some teammates. And sink number 4. Can we get Kraken? Can we get the Kraken? Got ourselves a Farragut that's managed to park himself with the dead engine over there. I have a feeling that's going to get repaired here before too long. Come on, come on. This is total kill steal. Yeah! Kraken unleashed. Kill number 5 with the kill steal. And at this point now it's just a formality. I mean, obviously this Nagato is not going to be much of a threat, so we'll just keep on firing. I'm not detected anyway because the Farragut can actually stealth fire, and that stealth fire range I want to say is like 10.8 or 11.1, 11.2 I guess. So it has a very narrow stealth fire range, which is okay. That Nagato is not paying any attention to me anyway, so we'll just keep raining shells on him like we're undersized Atlanta. Maybe we can get some more fires. Maybe I can actually hit him. Well, we've hit him 3 times and we've not gotten any damage. Hey, fire! Alright. We got a fire. Oh, yeah. Another fire. Boom! And there you have it. 6 kills. 5,479 damage. 216 hits. 2 torpedoes. Citadels. 6 sinks. 2,778 base experience. Whoo! Here you can see all the damage that I did that I don't care about, and 370,000 credits. Anyway, this has been the USS Farragut. If you guys have any comments or questions, go ahead and throw them down in the comments section. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for me. We're getting close to that 500 subscriber mark, and I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do for 500 subscribers, but let's get us there. I'm your Peacekeeper. Thank you for watching.